Hi, friends. I'm so happy. I'm really comfortable, and I am acknowledging the fact that it's so good. I have kept a very valuable, like precious, like in terms that I bought it when I wrote a book on astrophysics, and I made 30 grand. That's a lot of money. Like, have you ever, like, yeah, I've seen 30 grand. I make I make 30 grand on construction. So, well, I bought a lot of things, and they were like, goods from her, like you buy like duty free, and I bought them duty free indeed, and it's an Hermes deodorant. So it's so good. You don't have to use perfume. You just like, it's Hermes. From that, I didn't even know. If I only knew that, I wouldn't have been using this like potato flour deodorant that I've been using for many years, because it's ecological. Sure, yeah, it's ecological, but this Hermes, it's a good company, and it's Terra. Means that it's the land, it's the rocky planet of Hermes. It symbolizes Mercury, and that's why it's so unique. And when you use I love these socks. You know how great they feel. Those are not, from now on, I'm only going to, if I only knew like 20 years ago, when I was like fucking 13 using no, I was 12 when I started using deodorant. If I knew how great it was, I would have been using him only this. It's so good. You don't have to use perfume, because it works as perfume. It smells so good. It's amazing, and it was a gift for well, it was a gift for someone that that you're having a full. Well, so it is a gift, but I'm just gonna get another one. It's like the whole family members. They're going to be using Hermes from now on. Since I'm using it, you're gonna be using also Hermes. They're going to be using the deodorant, and sick. It smells so good. It's an aphrodisiac. It does not make you. It does not give you vertigo. Yet it is. We had this common boyfriend. No, he was not common, but we all had him together. I mean, he had us. I mean, we had them mutually, and from Norway. And he was actually symbolized the planet Sun, but he had a huge influence of Virgo. Well, because of his kids, who one was 3 years older son than the son who was 3 years younger, and well, he was very fancy because he was rich, because citizens of around the northern sea. They're successful and wealthy. So that friend of ours, who was a Leo, was using also like expensive stuff, and he had it in his bathroom. He had it in his bathroom, and he had it in his like hotel, like his home in Norway bathroom that was made out of Norwegian wood, and and it smelled so good. It was, oh yeah, it was like, oh yeah, honey, you're smelling, your scented so nice. And let me think about where he had it on, like on where he had it. Oh no, it was actually like, it was aftershave, and it was biotherm. Wow, biotherm is indeed super impressive. And it is impressing, and it is continuing to be impressing, and it was so good. It smelled so amazing. It was as good as this. I'm wondering what is even more amazing, whether it's Hermes. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm thrilled. And my suit, the company, I put it back, the other way, I put it front to put it back to the front to read the label. I'll label you. You'll label me. I'll label you. True, the company. It's from last year. That's like from summer. It's from the Acadian, the company. It's called True d'Amour. Joshua Moore. Well, yes. I mean, this thing, everyone should be using it. Deodorant, Hermes perfume. It's a perfume made in France. Boisy d'Angle. Yeah. It's not a coincidence that it has. There's a horse and a carriage. We went to the synagogue in Westchester, in upstate Westchester, in upstate New York, in Westchester, in a town called New Canaan, and in Mount Kisco synagogue, it was Beit Chaemet. Synagogue was called Beit Chaemet. And they were, you know what they were singing? They were singing, the rabbi was singing, we're celebrating the rabbi, because the rabbi was so intelligent. His birthday, Yaakov, the rabbi's name was a young rabbi, and he was born, if he was 53, and it was in 2010, then that's a good question. When was the rabbi born? If the rabbi was 53, was past middle aged, and was born in Grand Rapids in the Wolverine State, Michigan, and in 2010 they were 53. Doesn't matter, you know. Rabbis, like it's not about age. It's not like a factor that excites you. It's not a factor that puts you on. Like age doesn't matter, because you know, as Jews, we can become friends. I could become friends with like a very elderly Jew, and for me they are eternally like a young boy, because you know, I really love youth. I love youth as a property of humans, not necessarily yeladim. Yeladay, you can say yeladay or yeladim, as yeladim. But you know, there's a big pressure on the kaveza pressure. But you know, it's good for you. Oh, you can spray it here, but I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna spray it. It's okay. This is the best perfume ever. I just discovered it today. I was like, you know what? Because I was taking my 1 hour shower. It's a ritual. Take a shower. It's really important. And because I feel great, but oils, like the oils are so good. I love the oils. So I'm selling my voucher for to El Al. It is probably, you know, El Al. It's the National Israeli Airline. I'm selling it because I have a spare one, and I have like a really infringed budget because, well, I'm fixing the hole inside of my budget. So I wouldn't be. I'm looking for ways to patch to kilt my quilt, to make a quilt remedy out of my the hole inside my financial budget. Yeah, I mean, yes, sure, Jews like should not have a budget inside, and it's not that it's, you know, Hanukkah or Hanukkah. Yeah, man, Hanukkah. Well, Hanukkah this year, Hanukkah. No, it's gonna be after. It's gonna be in the year 6,784 circa. So gonna be next Hanukkah, but we're not in Hanukkah right now. We're preparing for Passover. For Jews, it is the most important high holiday. The most important high holiday for us Jews is Passover. Like, it depends on what holiday you love. So, I love, for example, I love Tu B'Shvat. I love Tu B'Shvat. I love Tu B'Shvat, and I love or to say that I love Lag by Omer, but you know, we're counting the Omer already. The Omer is going, So you can say, oh, my favorite is Tu B'Shvat. I love that holiday. It's my favorite one. But you're asking me? I'm asking what is my favorite holiday of Jewish holiday? It is Passover and Hanukkah. Well, Hanukkah, yeah, but really, I don't want to think about Choref right now, about winter. But like I don't even, for me, Stav does not exist. Stav, because for me, Stav is Aviv. It's eternally springtime, because that's where I derive from. Like I am very from Mizrach HaTichon. I am Mizrahi. My great granddaddy, his last name was Mizrahi, and he did look Mizrahi. He looked very Middle Eastern, and he was also attending a Talmudical shul, a Talmudical. He became a rabbi. He got a simcha. He got a rabbinical simcha. Granddaddy, great granddaddy, and so that's like it's a source of pride for me, and also he had a lot of friends because he was a really friendly guy. My great granddad, and I'm really obsessed with, for example, I love the Torah, the Torah. I love like the. Right now, I'm reading it, and it's my best thing ever about this. This is like the Old Testament, but it's so good. The evolution of the universe. God creates plants and trees. God creates the sun, the moon, and the stars. God creates fish and marine life creatures. God creates birds and butterflies. God creates all living Baalei Chaim. God creates Ben Adam. God rests. God creates the Gan Chaden, a cunning serpent, podstępny wąż, a cunning. I love the snake. I really love the snake. I love it. I am extremely eager and very passionate about the snake. And then Noah builds the ark, divine plan that God always the Cain Abel, divine plan, pair for pair, the great flood and deluge, the crow and the female doves from the ark to the land, the symbol of the rainbow. That's page 34. God speaks to Avram. God speaks to Avram. Fatherland in the earth of Eretz Canaan. God blesses Abraham. God, unusual guests, very special guests. The son Yitzhak, the son of Avram. Sad moments of Avram. Unusual gift. Great, unusual matana gift, God's blessing, a great spouse, wife for Yitzchak. Oh, Yitzchak got a wife. Yeah, Yitzchak had a wife, and he is so happy. Yitzchak, his prayers have been answered. 2 sons, Esav and Yaakov. Yaakov and Esav are the 2 sons, and they don't have excess body hair. And how Esav is beautiful. 47. Father's blessings. Mama's cunning plan to seduce Yaakov. Yaakov's seduction. Yaakov's escape. The ladder of Yaakov. Yaakov in love, cunning uncle of Yaakov. The happiness comes back. kids and wives return to home, how Yaakov has outsmarted his uncle, friendship and fraternity, brotherhood, the beloved son of Yaakov. Yaakov had a beloved son. Yaakov has a son. He loves his son so much. Yaakov really loves his baby boy. He loves his honey. Well, he loves his wife, and he loves his son. He loves his boy child. The plan of two brothers. Yossi's dream. There's a serum company that I ordered, and it's gonna come before Passover, and so it's the company's called Yossi, and it's like there's a serum. It's like so good for the face. I love face serums, and they are making my face really pretty. That's why I love using serums. I use it religiously. I love facial serums, and then I don't have to put on makeup, but just the serum, and then the face cream. I love it. It's cream and the serum. I love it. And wandering to Mitzrayim, a slave in the home of Potiphar, and again 66, and again. Slave, again dreams 67. 2 years have gone by 68. Warning from God 69. Good harvest and a thin year 70. Hunger in Israel. I'm getting hungry. The sacrifice from Canaan. Bags of grains in bags. Joseph cries from happiness. I often do that. I did it once when I was in 5th grade. It's that a silver trophy cup of Yaakov, blessing from Yaakov, how Yaakov lived his years in as a slave, a little boy in a basket, Moses off in the palace, Moses off escape, how the prince has been spending time around sheep, how the prince has been a shepherd to lambs, to Arias, and the burning bush, and let my people go. 84. The plagues of the flies, and then the great times in Israel. The 8th and number 9 play Passover 92. I love Passover 92. The firstborn Pharaoh's sons, he was crying because his friends were leaving him. How God will be thy for thy. I will be there for thy. I will be there for thee. I will be there for you, for thee. I will be there through the Red Sea, 95. How to give face to God, 96. Food in the desert, 97. On top of the mountain, he's gonna tear it in half, 98. The tables of commandments there. Hammurabi code, the code 12 laws of the Roman law. Descent from the mountain, 100. The golden calf again. So again, it's Marduk. It's a reference to Marduk. How the people begged Moses, Moshe. The Kohen Gadol and his helpers. Kapwani and his helpers. A special contract. 12 spies. 105 in the carried away by the moonlight shadow. Report from the spies. There were Virgos. Joshua, yeah, and Joshua as the new leader. 107 spies in Jericho. Remember the city of Jericho? 108. Remember the Jericho city with the trumpets? Escape spotopora. Escape from an axe. I actually I have an axe. I have an axe at home. I have a axe in my home, which there is a fable in the Deuteronomy that talks of escaping from the axe or a knife or a hammer or any other deadly tool of injunction, not an injunction, of an injury. The fall of the walls of Jericho, the land of Canaan, broken promises, yeah. Dvora, the prorokini, a prophetess, Dvora. It has the prophetess Dvora, Harry. The triumph over a virtuous woman. Gideon, chosen by the God, a sign from Gideon's, a small army, a small fortune, a big fortune, a victory of God, the tears of Noemi, golden heart of Ruth. Ruth meets Boaz, the great grandson of Noemi. The prayers of Anna. God calls Samuel. Samuel. Is it King Solomon? Solomon, the prophet and judge. Israel desires the king. Israel pragnie króla. Israel desires their royal highness. Wandering asses, wandering donkeys, 130. First king of Israel, king of the chosen peoples of Israel, mistaken path. Well, not mistaken. 7 beautiful sons. Shednu 7 dorodnych sons. The 8th son of a Jew, of a chosen guy named again, that starts with the Yud. All right, and then the music for the king. Shepherd psalms. The leader of Goliath, about bears and lions, and bears. David, King David Hamelech. David is in a battle with a giant. David and Jonathan, King David, 142. A temptation for David, the great era, the great prophet Nathan, the tears of God blesses David. We have the Magen David. That's how it became. We created Magen David, the son of David, Absalom. Absalom was the son of David. The dreams of King Solomon, the wisdom of King Solomon. Can't wait to read it. 150, 15 Ephes is the numerology of the wisdoms of King Solomon. The temple of King Solomon the wise. The house of God. Bathsheba, the king of Sheba, Saab. The king and the evil queen. No, we don't want that. Let it rain. God's protection over Eliyahu. Never-ending scented body oils, beautifying body oils and cosmetics. Never-ending body oils and cosmetics. The time of choice. The prophets of Baal, of the husband. The prayer of Eliach, fire and rain. Azabel and Eliach, the chariot from fire. It probably refers to Icarus, similar to that, or someone who orbits the fireball of the sun of the temple of Shemesh. Fire and rain. The servant of Naaman. A servant. He had a servant and a slave, and then God gives health to Naaman. God gives health. Well, I'm not Naaman. Jonas is going to Nineveh. They actually went to Nineveh. It was where the river Tiger had its course. It was on more to the right side. River Tiger, and on the right side, more on the west side of ancient Mesopotamia, there was the river United Union Euphrates, and so the last city along the cities are always built on the flow of rivers was Nineveh. So Jonas is what is he doing in Nineveh? He's on a mission to Nineveh, That is famous Old Testament, Jewish Testament. It's mentioned in the Torah, and Jonas is hiding from God. He's hiding from God. Why? What we're gonna see why he's hiding from God is 167. He's hiding from God because he's scared of God. There's no need to be scared of God. God is very good. God is great. God is such a good man. He's a really great, and he's like the best. God is the best. God is so good. There's like no need to have fear for God because God is like so good to you. I love God, and I'm very happy in my life. God says that he's sorry. Divine God's plan for Jeremiah. Clay in the hand of a potter, a warning for the king. Oh, it goes on forever. What? The enemy from Babylon. Now that is something that I'm very interested in. 173. Who could have been the foe, like the bad guy from Babylon? Let's see. Babylon. The book of Jeremiah. The king of Babylon, indeed, he has conquered Jerusalem and has taken everyone as slaves. And first there was one, and then another king of Israel. So some of the Babylonians, those were the Assyrians. They were the bad people. They didn't like us. They were mean to us. They took all of our. Oh my God! Imagine somebody breaks into your temple and takes all of your takes possession, steals all of all of your treasures. That is the worst thing that can happen to you. Someone steals your family and everything that you consider or value. Someone breaking and entering into the dwelling, or like the of like the valuable place of another. Someone breaks into your home and robs you. That's does bad things to you in the temple. And skradziono wszystkie skarby ze świątyni. They have stolen all treasures from the temple. And Jeremiah has warned the bad king to give up, to surrender, to give in, or else the people would die from hunger, and Jerusalem was destroyed. Jerusalem, like our holy city that was built by our fathers, was again in a dark veil. Those are sad times, and Jeremiah is coming to the rescue, and again Jerusalem is during Sadak. The Babylonians have entered into Jerusalem, and they have burnt Jerusalem, and Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar has told the guards, like the gendarmes, to take care of the poverty and leave the city in ruins, and that's how Jerusalem was destroyed. And then the book of Daniel is talking about the alien territory and land of Babylon. This is the Babylonian exile. Like when they were, we were in exile in a land that was not our home, and it was a very difficult decision for Daniel. And it was where would we know what was the king's dream? He asked, and God is watching over Daniel, and he's talking to Daniel about the God in the heavens, that gets very good. And then the king has a strange dream, like has unique original dreams, and he's talking about it with Meshach, Abednego, Shadrach, and to worship him. And then there's a fable that talks about, it's not a fable, it is a przypowieść about a fiery furnace, ognisty piec, like an oven. It is a oven that is burning with, and the fire is licking you, and the fire is licking you and burning you down. And then there's the King Balthazar has seen a human hand that was writing on the wall in front of his eyes. And then it was that Daniel was the governor, and Daniel was a very good man. And then people were plotting against Dani, and he was sent into the cave of lions. And Nechemia was a prophet. Nechemia is a prophet. And he had a prophetic dream. Nechemia was such a good man. Nechemia is such a good man. This is what Nechemia looked like, and he is a great man, and his prayers have been answered. And finally, we have been at home in our promised land. In the book of Nechemia, Nechemia says that we are finally in our promised beautiful land of happiness. And even the Kohen in the temple, Ezrach, have reminded the children of God that we should have to abide by the 10 commandments of Moses, but through that we will be living in our fatherland. And God has granted us with happiness and the good times. And then the rest of it is fairy tales for little kids that are very infantile and bad.